Well, this is just a quick video update. I currently have my other cameras down, so we're just going to do a quick this on the video. I'll try to get caught up to you guys. A lot has been going on. We actually took all the panels off. What you're looking at was completely down to bare frame. I'll try to insert a picture. I'm not sure if I can do that through this editing system for the phone, but yeah, complete skeleton, inside outside, rust completely sealed, done, delivered. All the old wood was renewed on the metal panels. All right, guys, as we're working along, of course, we're getting more and more projects. The deeper I get into this, the more I tear it apart. But this, if you're looking at it, has been completely removed of any of this 1/8" mahogany. These are a couple of the pieces that were actually not rotted through. But in the end, what I decided to do is to take the entire panel off. So today we're going to get this scrubbed down. It is a bit difficult to work on because it is 13 some feet long. So it's much bigger than a 4x8 workbench. I'll have to work that in panels. But what you're looking at, this piece here, is essentially this lower section. So this section here comes all the way up to the front seam. I have removed that. And now we're getting all that wood off, and we're going to do it again to this side. The lower skirting is removed. I'll take you to the far side. All right, well, there you go. Lower skirting is gone. We're going to be reworking that. That's the battery box. I think I'm going to put in an actual toolbox there. Getting just the entire siding and see what you can tell. The reason doing this is, as I mentioned before in some of the other videos, is I couldn't get to this side to derust it. So we're just pulling the panels off and hitting it with the gold flap disc, 40 grit, 60 grit. And then what you're looking at here is actually an Eastwood product. This is the rust encapsulator. It's in a spray. I don't think I have any around. And I do really like it. I like the way it coats. Their sprayers seem to be top notch. You use it all the way to the end, where I actually have some that I'm taking back to Lowe's. Spray paint and even just this Loctite. I really like this stuff, but I've had 2 cans now that are pretty much full and it's out of aerosol. So I will say the Eastwood products are great. I would love to be able to say that I'm going to do that to the far side. I've already done the top sections. You'll see from where I welded in the window frames. The thing is just their shipping takes so long. It took over 2 weeks to get the last shipment. And I've got thunderstorms coming in the next few days. So I'd really like to get at least this side button back up. And so what I'm going to be doing is that fat mat product that we used on the roof. I'm going to be putting that on the main panels here to substitute that 1/8" mahogany. That was all over all the panels. So that's going to get my buffer. It's going to be something I don't have to worry about decaying or rotting over time. I should be able to get this thing sealed up, so I could potentially use wood. But we're just going to carry on. All right, a little mech solvent and a quick wire brush. It comes off even in, I mean, just using a rag, a lot of this is just falling off. The wire brush just makes it speedier. Tried using a Scotch-Brite, worked awesome. It just really fills up all the crevices really quick. So wire brush works pretty good, and we're gonna let this finish to like evaporating off so I can brush it. But it should be down to actual just proper metal. And yeah, we'll get some oil primer on here, and hopefully just in time for the oil or the big rainstorms today, we can actually get this up on the side. Found a metal roofer that could get me sheet metal in a long enough distance to go all the way across the windows. And I'll take you inside here real quick. Do apologize for the lack of updates, guys. But so this used to be a 36 by 36 inch window. We took the 1.5 inch square bar and I welded in a crossbar here for a window. So this will be a small 16 inch high, 36 inch wide screen window, as well as the rears. So window there, window there, window there. And as I told you in the very beginning, we're talking about deleting that middle window. I still went ahead and I just got a 1 by 1.5 inch bar and welded that across there just to give that panel a little bit of support and to give me a little bit of mounting area. As you can tell, everything has been derusted, So we took all the rust scale off, we neutralized it, we hit most of it with kind of the Eastwood rust encapsulator, and then a lot of it I went over with the it's Rust-Oleum's rust primer that you should be able to put over bare metal. However, we just did that everywhere. So some of the pictures you're going to see some red, you're going to see some white, and a little bit of black. Again, we're leaving the lower tracks. The back, although it's been completely disassembled, I haven't done a full job on the back. I'll take along to the side corners and I'll show you what we've done, but completely gone into the metal corners that you've seen before. Again, I'll try to get caught up on the videos here, guys, here pretty soon. And then this is all new 1/8" mahogany siding backed on there. I was going to try to stay away from the mahogany or the wood backing that they originally did. One, because eventually we'll probably get moisture on it. So we're going to be covering this and sealing it with paint and putting a vapor barrier up and things like that. But the sheet metal just wasn't strong enough. When I was screwing the sheet metal from the outside, I started getting a lot of rippling. And so this sheet metal, or the mahogany, has really strengthened that sheet metal so I don't get a lot of waving in the side. And yeah, we'll take you outside real quick. All right, we're on the back corner here. You can see taking this all the way down. I started doing like a sealing video where I was showing you how I was sealing these little edges. Well, I've taken all the track off, gotten all the way down to the metal, removed all the old sort of adhesive that's in here, completely rebuilt the top cap area that goes over the side. And here's the old sheet metal roof. You can see I've got a little bit of dimpling there. It doesn't quite line up. I'm still working on that to get it to match. And then something that this never really had was a center rib. So I've located this track from RV supplier here locally, and we're going to be running a track where these two meet. I was just lining it up. I need to take a 1/4 inch off this so this track will fit up there, and we'll have a nice strong transition between this and here. Once we get everything dialed in, then I will go ahead and cut out the windows. And once that happens, then we will remove a lot of the screws that are on there. See if it'll focus. A lot of the screws that are on there. And we're going to go ahead and use like a 3M 5200 marine adhesive sealant. We're going to go up and get underneath that eave, all the way down along the sides, and particularly along the wheel wells. So the other thing we've been working on here is still waiting for one more box of Eastwood to neutralize this. This has been sanded, and this had spray foam on it. They put spray foam on everything. I've gone ahead and put one coat of the marine sealant on these edges. This is where this essentially goes from the wheel well into the wood, into the main frame. And then, of course, if you can see where these panels now are going to be meeting the actual physical self to go up, I'm going to put some sealant there. The wood here is going to be somewhat exposed. This is on the back side of the metal, so more likely I will trim this down to the exact dimensions of the wheel well, and that way we don't have any moisture leaching potentially through that mahogany into the inside. It will be completely sealed, which means I'll probably have to rework this fender, as well as our lift kit is here, so we'll be doing that in the next week or so. These lower valances will be reworked probably into some storage boxes. Right now it's just kind of a covering for the bus, and honestly I don't really need it. I told you to make this quick and short, but moving along, rear bumpers off. We've got the hitch, which is going to get sucked up so that it's the same height as the bumper. More than likely I'm going to rework the exhaust, because right now the exhaust is down the passenger side and then goes out the driver's side, so that's just taking up a lot of unnecessary room. And these 7.3s like to breathe, so still working on the kind of back. I've not pulled this one off, and as you can see, this side is looking nearly identical. Same sort of crinkle top again. Not really happy with the way that turned out, but it's honestly it's the only way I know how to do it. So might rework it a little bit when I put the sealant under there, but it's going to be a little rough. And it's just the way the sheet metal wanted to lay. It did not want to go back to the way it originally came. Even with the straps trying to suck this down. So doing the best I can. She's going to be rough and ready, and she's going to be ready for the backcountry here pretty soon. Got to do something because I currently can't even fill it with gas because I was waiting for the mahogany to seal over the sheet metal. So I've got to go in and retrim this out, put the filler cap back in there. But it was a lot of work, guys, a lot of work, and I didn't get a lot of filming done. Girlfriend's got some photos of me working on it, but honestly didn't stop to do a lot of filming because I wanted to get this done. One, fire season's coming up, and I've got training to do, and I've got things to get ready and stay packed, working outs in the morning, things like that. So we're trying to get this done in between storms. We've had some pretty good thunder and lightning storms come through here, which means it's almost time to go to work. So again, sorry for the lack of information or videos. I will get caught up at some point, and we're just trying to get this back to roadworthiness. I just knew that I wouldn't be happy if I left it the way it was, kind of an unfinished mess with the rust uncovered. So we're completely getting this thing sealed and ready to go. So she'll be an amazing adventure bus for many, many years. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.